What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Optimize You. Today, I'm going to talk about the steps that I'm going to take to get back into the best shape possible for my wedding in Scotland in April. Now, on to the podcast. Alrighty, y'all. So I have slipped a little bit over the last months, let's say last 2, 3, 4 months. Not in like the craziest way. I still work out. I still get walks in. I still eat probably 60, 70% of my food coming from quality sources. But, I just have found like slowly but surely my body is not looking and feeling the same that it has in the past. And now we're getting into the time, officially married. So there's exciting news there. Been married for about 2 weeks now. Marissa and I got married, and we're eloping in Scotland in April. So we have that coming up, and we've been planning that, which has been amazing. And we're really, really excited for that wedding. But that leads me to the fact that I really want to be in really good shape for that wedding as well. And beyond, right? I think that sometimes what Matt and I have talked about on the podcast is people will like have this thing that they want to get in great shape for, and then they'll just fall off right after it. But I kind of want to use this as just a jump, right? Of okay, like this is sometimes we need these little things that can help push us to get back to what we've been doing, or to push us to start doing the things that we need to be doing to feel and look our best. And so I want to look my best and feel my best for that wedding, right? For my wedding in Scotland. And so I wanted to just talk today briefly, do a short podcast for you guys on just the steps that I'm going to take here. And then I've really started taking this week to move in that right direction, because it really starts with a plan, right? The goal, right? The goal is that I want to look and feel my best for that wedding, but I don't want to also stop doing that. I want to build the habits or continue to get back into those habits that have led me to get into the best shape I have in the past, right? And those pillars are going to be simple, right? It's what I always talk about. It is nutrition. And there's a few aspects of nutrition. It is the quality of food that we're eating. It's protein and fiber as well is another good point. But really it's just quality of food and protein are the main hitters that we want to focus on. Right. And then when it comes to hydration, that's another thing, like drinking plenty of water, staying hydrated. I also incorporate electrolytes into that. Personally, I drink electrolytes every morning. First thing I do once I get up. And then we have movement. Right. Getting on walks, or, that could be yoga. That could be it could be yard work. It can be anything. Right. Sometimes when we say movement, it can be easy to just like lock into, oh, that's running, walking, whatever. Exercise. Right. For me, that's lifting weights. Right. Getting in that exercise, lifting those weights on a regular basis. Right. What do I need? How often do I need to do that? But also, what can I stick to? Right. Because my schedule is unpredictable and it's a little bit crazy. For me, that means working out in the morning, right? Getting that in the morning, because that's the time I know for a fact that I can get it in. And then we have things like sleep, stress management, other areas there that are huge, right? But we obviously can't focus on all of these things at once, right? We have to build it up. And it starts by me addressing the areas that I've been pretty dang good at, which is hydration, protein. I'm very, very good at hydration and protein. Movement's been hit or miss. Some days I'm hitting my goal. Trying to get, my goal is like 7,000 steps a day. If I can hit that, it's good. And I hit it probably 4 to 5 days out of the week, but I'd like to get to where I'm hitting that every single day out of the week. My goal is at least 3 workouts a week, right? 3 full body workouts a week. And I've been pretty good, but I will be honest, the intentionality of those workouts has not been good, right? I haven't been as intentional. I haven't set a plan for myself. And so when you don't have a plan for yourself, it's easy for you to start doing it and maybe cut it short, right? And just be like, you know what? I'm going to do one less set here. I'm going to do one less set there. I'm going to stop a few reps short of what I really should do to push my body a little bit more, to grow and to like just my mindset. Right. And so those are some areas I've been falling short. Nutrition has been hit or miss. Some weeks it's really, really good, right? Where I'm 70, 80% quality foods. And then I'm having those things that I love to eat. 20%, 30% desserts, maybe like a pizza here and there, whatever it is, right? Which is important. We still want to have that balance of nutritious to not as nutritious foods. And so those are the things that kind of addressing where I'm at. Like I'm in a good place with hydration and protein, and some weeks I'm in a really good place with nutrition. Some weeks I'm in a really good place with workouts and walks. But it's intentionality behind a lot of this stuff. And so the first thing that I'm is when it comes to workouts, right? One of the areas that I've been slacking a little bit is I'm drawing up a workout plan, right? Or I shouldn't even say that. I'm getting back into my workout plan. I haven't been looking at I've set up multiple different workouts, full body workouts and things that I can do that are really, really good, that work really well. I started doing them for like a week or two and then I fell off. Right. And I just like stopped, and I would still work out, but I was just kind of just doing whatever I'm doing. And when we don't go into the gym with a plan, it's easy to kind of wander around. It's easy to leave early. It's easy you don't have a plan. So it's not like if you don't do a certain thing that you're going against like what you promised yourself you would do that day. Right. So it's easy to cut corners. And so I'm getting back into my workout plan. Getting back into that at least 3 days a week is what I'm going to hold myself accountable to. Try to shoot for 4, right? That's my goal. My goal is at a bare minimum 3 days on my worst week, but trying to get that 4th workout in as well, because I think that's just that number that I like, right? Where I'm getting recovery. I can do yoga on the off days if I want to, stretch, mobility, things that are going to help me feel good. But that workout plan. So guys, if you're struggling getting back in, it is just kind of recapping what I've gone through so far. It's getting the figure out the areas, right? Like looking at all those areas, maybe write them out, put them on a note thing, and then figure out what areas you're good at. You're good at hydration, food quality, movement, exercise, stress management, sleep. Where are you good? Where do you need work? Right. And then we're going to be able to address the areas that you need a little bit of work on. And my 2 initial areas that I'm gonna address are going to be, or my 3, I should say, because I'm very close on a few of them. So like I would, if you're like very far away from certain ones that are very important to you at the time, or that you are prepared to go at, maybe just focus on one area at a time. But because I'm not too far off on movement, I'm not too far off on workouts, and nutrition is sometimes good, sometimes not great. I'm going to go at those 3 right now. Right. And the food quality is more or less what I'm talking about there. And so we got the workouts, we're getting a plan of attack. We're going to set that alarm, or we're going to plan those workouts of the week on Sundays, right? Sundays, reminder on my phone, planning out which days is it going to work that I'm going to get these workouts in. I'm putting them in the schedule, and I'm setting the alarm so that I make sure I get up in time to get those workouts in, and that I'm not rushing to get out of the home that day to get to work. Right. So that's a huge thing when it comes to those workouts, is setting the plan of attack. What are your workouts for each day? Setting the days that you're going to do those, setting the alarms, making sure you hold yourself accountable to it. Once we get a few weeks of doing that, it becomes second nature. It becomes a lot easier to do. Right. And then movement wise, same thing. It's like, what days can I set myself up and to get that movement in? Is it, it's just making sure, I guess it's every day, right? It's like I'm trying to get my 7,000 steps in a day, but that to be honest, some days it's very difficult because I can run like the whole day of work from the morning, and so really the only time that I have that is set up that I can do that is the morning as well. Like the only time I know for a fact that I'll be able to get walks in for sure. And so what I am thinking I'm going to start doing, I still have to iron out this portion of it, is maybe just get a short workout, walk in after the workout as like a cool down, right? So it's like workout, short walk to get some steps in, but also a little bit of a cool down after the workout, and then get into my day, and then try to find a little bit of an area within the day where I can get more movement in, get finish those steps that I got to get in. And so that's what I'm going to start with. And then the thing is, guys, we're always adjusting, right? We're always adjusting these things. We're figuring out what's working. We try them for a few weeks, 3-4 weeks. And it's like, okay, where can I move on the fly and make this thing better? Right. And the last thing is nutrition, right? And to be honest with you, I'm very close on this piece. And a lot of weeks I do a really good job of getting that food quality in. But it's just a matter of, for me, it just comes to having those foods available, right? It comes to legitimately just having quality foods around that I can go to when I'm in a pinch, because it's when we're in a pinch, when we don't have things around, that we can gravitate towards less quality foods. So it's just me getting back into my meal prepping, right? We've been gone a lot recently. We've been traveling a decent amount on the last month or so. And so for me, it's just getting back into my prepping, using my air fryer to get some chicken in at the start of the week, so I'm all set. I'm making sure I have my frozen veggies just lined up in the freezer, making sure I have some yogurts on standby as snacks, having oatmeal in the cupboard with some protein powder and fruit and chia seeds and different things that are going to be quality things for me to put in that. All of those different things are what's going to help me continue to stay around that 80% nutritious foods in my plan, and then always making sure that I get that dessert in. You guys know we gotta get that dessert in every single week. It's the best. But that's it. That is the plan of attack. I'll continue updating you guys on where we're at, how we're feeling, how we're looking, any adjustments that I make throughout this. But wanted to just pop on here, kind of give you a little update. I know a lot of folks at this time of year too are starting to think about, how they like, wow, I really like got away from what I was doing at the start of the year. Like me, I've had, it's been a roller coaster as far as like my workouts and my movement and stuff this year. And I wouldn't change the year for anything, but it's always like, it's a reminder that we can get better in different areas. And I really do want to make sure I'm always feeling and looking my best. I also like to make sure that I'm healthy for the longevity piece of being around for Marissa, our future kids, the family, everything, right? I think that's really important. The things we're doing now are only going to help us be around for as long as possible and be the best versions of ourselves for our loved ones, for our careers, for everything that we need to do throughout the weeks. Hope this was helpful. If it was, all I asked for you this week, just share this with somebody who you think could benefit from it. It really helps. It goes a long way for us, Matt and myself, with the podcast, for you just to share this with one person who you think would benefit from this, maybe somebody who is thinking about moving in that direction. And hopefully this podcast helps them start to take those steps too, that can help them get in a better place with their body, their health, whatever it may be. So thank you so much for watching and listening every single week. We do appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of the day, good rest of the week. I'll be talking to you soon.